Hey guys, so obviously designjoy are doing absolutely amazing at the moment, and I thought what might be really useful is just to break down what's gone into their website to make it convert so well. So when I say conversion, I mean actually people signing up, wanting their plans or booking these discovery calls. So if we just take from the very start of the page, I'm going to work my way down. So first thing just to point out is obviously the overall aesthetics and the overall design is beautiful, right? You know, they're a design agency, it needs to look great. So that's obviously the first thing. The opening title, again, it really makes you want to read the rest of the page. And then the really great and obvious thing is really clear at the top of the page is design subscriptions to scale. So it's really clear what we're offering. The CTA or the call to action, or pretty much that's designer language for the button, is C plans. It's making it really clear what we want the user to interact with. Now, the likelihood of that happening right at the start when they've not seen anything else is very unlikely. But for returning users who maybe have been unsure if they want to, having that CTA really clear at the top of the page is key. Now, obviously, from a design agency point of view, one of the first objections or concerns that we're likely to have is, okay, is the quality of his work good? So straight away, showing off the portfolio makes a lot of sense so people can slide through that really quickly. We're then building credibility by showcasing the logos of the other people we're already working with. The benefit of that is it's kind of a way of going, well, these people trust me, so you should trust me as well. So really important social proofing. They're then breaking down all the really great things about them into small bite-sized pieces. Actually, really large blocks of text, although are really useful for search engines to rank, aren't generally read that well. So if you can break them down to make them really clear, it's much easier. So, subscribe to the plan, receive your designs, will revise until 100%, really clear and obvious. And I think that works really well. You also, you've got a testimonial here from Webflow, so a huge credible source. So we're building lots more social proofing. We've also got Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, again, loads of credibility. So that's a really great way of doing it. Now, some of the other concerns, we may have worked with another design agency, may have been like, well, how easy is it to work with them? It was really time consuming with meetings, or how was the projects being run? So again, he's answering all of those concerns. So, hey, we're going to do everything with Trello. You can invite unlimited team members. There's no meetings needed. We'll sort everything out. So again, it's really clear. Now, one of the really important things as well is just to repeatedly ask the user to do the thing we want them to do. And they do that really well on here. So, we've got halfway down the page now and we're like, okay, are you ready to buy? Let's see our plans. If we still aren't, okay, let's hit them with some more benefits. Let's talk about the fact that it's unlimited requests. Let's talk about the fact of how quickly we'll turn everything around. Let's talk about the fact that it's a fixed monthly fee. All of these potential concerns that someone might have that, we're just quashing straight away so no one has to be concerned. Again, small, digestible, really easy to take in. He's then also got some of his recent work. So again, people might still be concerned about that. So we can link out to the recent work. And there's also showcasing some of it. It's answering any of those potential concerns. And again, talking about some of the awards they've had or places they've been, all about social proofing here. They obviously also had this secondary option. Now, this is really great. Now, this is probably something I should have mentioned at the top of the page. You really want to break down your users into two types of people. People who are going to go for the main purpose, so very clear for this one is we want them to actually buy the thing we want. But if people aren't quite ready to commit to that amount of money, we probably want to get their information off them in another way, and that's where a sub-purpose comes in. So for them, their sub-purpose is to get them to download this free design pack where they get all the information they can upsell to them at a later point. So again, really clever, really well thought out idea. Now, again, really simple, obvious things right here, but let's just point out exactly what we can design, because someone might come on here and go, well, I only want so-and-so, I only want business cards, I only want branding, I only want X. Are they going to do that? So they keep it really simple and just explain to say, hey, we can do all of these things. So I just think it works really, really well. Now, we then get on to the individual pricings yet. Everything's bullet pointed, everything's easy to digest. You'll see even on a mobile that these pretty much perfectly fit into a fold. So you can see all the information in each one. You can click through them. The language on the button as well, just get started, really clear what we want the user to do. And you can also book a call, but obviously what he's doing at the moment is only taking those at certain points. And then just finally, he's got some additional power-ups, right? Little animations. I just think it's a really well thought through site. As we get down to the bottom, again, a really great way to increase conversions is there's going to be a couple of questions that people will have that they just physically can't fit in from a design aspect, and that's where FAQs come in really well. The other thing that he's doing here, which I think works really well, is the questions are on show, but the answers aren't straight away, so you have to click to open them. That means that we're keeping the page really clean, so we're not taking up too much space. It's easier for someone to interact with. But more importantly, I wouldn't be surprised if he's individually tracking which questions are asked the most, because if he then feels like one is being constantly clicked, he can add a design section higher up the page that really explains that in detail. And the big final call to action, right? We've got to the bottom of the page. If you've still not signed up, let's have one last hurrah to try and do it. And we've got credibility builders of the logo, of the logos right next to the call to action. So hopefully that's of use, guys. A little bit of a breakdown of why designjoy converts so well. I do love the site. I love everything that they're doing. And yeah, let me know what you think. Bye.